Welcome back to Askewed Reviews. And today I'm reviewing a short film that was at a request from the writer and director of said film. The short I'm referring to is the 2022 film Enter the Room. So, absolutely random question for everyone out there. But when you first saw this poster, did you think this was going to be something about Eminem? I it's definitely not. It has nothing to do with him, but for some reason I thought this looked a lot like him. So that's why I was asking. But anyway, off of that completely random tangent and back to the movie itself, which is Enter the Room. Let me tell you a little bit about this psychological thriller short film. The concept is about two brothers, Brian and Jeremy. Now, Brian lives by himself in his own apartment. Jeremy appears to be out here in this area as he's becoming an actor, and he just needs someplace to stay for a little while. Brian does offer to have Jeremy stay there while he's working on his career. Very quickly, though, Jeremy begins to realize this may have been a terrible choice, as Brian is very anal retentive and seems to have a lot of rules about everything. Also, there's a conversation about money almost immediately when there was no talks of Jeremy needing to pay money at first. Now, the film definitely could have been just about two brothers absolutely driving each other crazy and what would come out of that. But in this story, there does appear to be a bit more involved. I won't go much into the details as I don't want to ruin this for anyone, but there does seem to be something else going on here besides just two brothers having an issue with each other. It may not feel like it at first, but once you get to the end of it, you do realize this is a psychological thriller. Coming into this film, it's pretty easy to realize that this is a low budget feature, but that's not a problem. I don't have an issue with the way it looked, I don't have an issue with the acting. I did have an issue with a couple of other things, though. Number one, I do just wish that the two characters of Brian and Jeremy did feel more like brothers. In my own personal opinion, while watching it, it felt more like estranged roommates. Secondly, at least for me, I thought there were moments where it got really confusing, and even by the end of it, I don't know if I fully understood all the things that I got confused about. And finally, another issue I did have was there were two scenes that there was just like an annoying noise happening and like there was flashing lights and stuff like that, which I don't actually have an issue with that. If you do, just be aware when you come into this, there are some kind of like flashing strobing moments. But like there were two sequences when that was happening and there was a noise going on that it just was going on for just a little too long. And I personally have a little bit of an issue with like long, annoying noises that don't seem to be coming to an end. So that became a problem for me. But once again, that's just my own opinion. Now, to talk about the things that I did enjoy about this movie, number one, I did like the concept. And I think if it could be fleshed out in maybe a full length feature, there's an opportunity to make this a much more enriched story, but I don't know if the director and writer has any plans of doing that. If he does, though, I obviously work on the story a little bit more to get that more refined, but I think it does have potential. Another good thing I'll say about it is I did find the characters at least believable. Like I said, not as much as brothers, but I've known people like Brian, and I can definitely see Jeremy being a real person as well. So, at least for me on my scale, I'm going to give this short film a 2 out of 5. If you have an opportunity to watch Enter the Room, definitely go and check it out because any person who's willing to put passion and time into a project deserves the opportunity for it to be seen and appreciated and getting more out there into the world. I'm also very much interested to see anything else that Harry Waldman puts out to see where he progresses from here. I'm currently unaware of any other way to watch this other than reaching out to the director for a screener. But if you'd like to watch this, do reach out to Harry Waldman, and you can check out more about the films that he works on by going to edgewaterfilmproduction.com. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Skewed Reviews. If there's any other short films out there that you think I should watch and do a review for, please let me know in the comments.